What's up, YouTube? Finally back again, bringing you a Friday video after months of absence. I do apologize, but life has been crazy with lots of ups and downs, but that's not what you're here for today. So let's go ahead and jump right back in and give you some updates on the tanks this week, starting with the 8-gallon cube here behind me. All right, flashing back in time for a quick second, just because it's been so long since I've talked about this tank. Last time this tank was on video, which actually happens to be the last video I made in a long time, I was dealing with some planaria outbreaks in this tank. My royal blue tiger shrimp colony had been decimated, the guppies were doing good, and there were some algae on the plants. So I went ahead and treated the tank with some Panicure C dog dewormer. I'll put a link to that video in case you're curious on the process there. But I am happy to say that treatment was a success. All the planaria in this tank are gone. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get rid of them soon enough to save my royal blue dream colony. I had 2 survivors left over, and they died out in the months after that treatment. But now flashing forward, as you can see, the guppies in this tank are doing well. There are much less in this tank than the last time I showed it off, mainly because I've been trading a lot of them off recently. So I'm down to just a few adults, pretty much just about 7 or 8 males, and a pretty nice bunch of fry, which I'll grow out and see what those give me. Chances are I'll probably get some females in those, so this colony will be back up to numbers pretty quickly, I'm guessing. And of course, this tank could not remain shrimpless for very long, so I went ahead and bought some fire red cherry shrimp off a friend of mine, and they have been reproducing in this tank ever since. I did get a few culls that I pulled out of this tank and put them in my 40 breeder with the fish in there and the puffers. And of course, true to form, I now have a hustling and bustling colony of orange shrimp in that tank. So I am back up to 2 shrimp colonies and everything is going great there. And I have no complaints with this tank. As you can see, the plants are taking off. The rotala here, which is Rotala rotundifolia hara, is looking nice and red. Like a pinkish red. Looking nice and pinkish red. I do have a little bit of cladophora algae in this tank, but if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that's the only algae I really actually like. The buse that I had in this tank, I've managed to split up into about 5 or 6 different plants, and everything else is just taking over. The bacopa here is going to be coming out pretty soon because it'll be going into my US native paludarium, which we'll talk about in another video because I've got a lot of news going on there. But other than that, that is going to be it for this tank. It is doing well. It is definitely, I'd say, one of my favorite tanks, but I only have 4 right now, and they're pretty much all my favorites. But I do love this tank. It's a nice relaxing tank with all the plants in it. I'll leave you guys with some nice relaxing footage, and we'll definitely see you in the next Friday video. We will not have a long break like we did before. We will keep this train going.
you.